Welcome back, guys, to the podcast.
Yep, welcome back.
So, quick little life update before we get into everything. We are getting over our cold. I feel like last week was a little bit worse, but I don't think you guys kind of heard my voice. Maybe you guys heard my voice in the Teen Parents Talk that just
Yeah.
dropped on Wednesday, but I feel like my voice is getting better.
No, your voice is getting better. You're the last one to get sick.
Yeah, this time I was the last one to get sick. I feel like he's always the last one.
Yeah.
It's always more annoying being the last one because everyone's like all excited and you're
Yeah.
like,
Like everyone's all in a good mood and you're the
yeah,
one like all mopey.
exactly.
Well, I
So,
know how it feels.
yeah. We're also still prepping our house for baby. I feel like it's never ending.
So we're having a hard time because we have the exact same couches downstairs, like this one right here.
But it's like the three piece because we bought like the two. It's like two. It's like,
Yeah, they're separate though.
yeah.
And she found like a nice deal. I'm not gonna lie, it's a nice deal for $800, and it's like we'll put a picture right here of it. So it's this one right here, and it's for $800, and it matches the like aesthetic or
The vibe
the
downstairs.
vibe.
It's super cozy, first of all. Super cozy. Feels like you're sleeping on a blanket.
Yeah, and it's at a clearance store. That couch goes for a lot more, so it really is
It's
for a
originally
discount.
$1,100.
Yeah,
And we're getting it for $800.
but she's all for it, and I'm kind of hesitant.
No, at first we were both all for it.
Yeah,
Because
first,
when we were
yeah.
there, we were both all for it.
No, because it's actually nice. Like it's really nice. It's just like
Just like the spending part.
yeah,
Like, do we really? We don't need it.
because
But the thing is, like, we do and we don't. Okay, we don't need it because we don't need to spend money on it, like more money, you know. But we do need it because, like, downstairs we have a very, very, very small living room, very small,
yeah,
and we need a sectional because we only have one couch. Does that make sense? We only have like one couch and it's like one more piece. It's added on. So it's a small couch and like me and Nathaniel, we like sit just like this and Addie sits too. But I wanted like an actual couch that like feels more like homey. Cause like I'm just thinking about when the baby's here, like we're gonna be like not relaxing for most of it, but we're just gonna I'm going to need to feel comfortable and so is everybody else, like and just the thought of like our living room just not being like how do I put it without sounding like
cozy.
yeah, like it's not like cozy because it's not we don't even we can't even sit there like it's we don't even like to chill in the living room because it's like there's nothing to chill on, like we can't like rest our feet and like have them up, but like with these couches we can because it comes with an ottoman and then the side like
It
it's a sectional so
extends.
it extends, you know. And then I'm thinking about like, oh, when the baby's here, like we'll be able to chill on the couch, like actually watch a movie because we'll have more time on our hands since he'll be home for 2 months, so or more.
I think it's max two.
No, I think it's 12 weeks. 4 8
For
12.
well,
So yeah,
but
like I just think about it and I'm like it's just gonna be so more convenient having a sectional, but like also the couch that we have downstairs, like one of the zipper broke. It's dirty. Like we need to just deep clean it, but that's not even the point because we can get that all fixed for like
you
$200.
know what? Like if I'm being completely honest, I think I'm for it too. I think I'm just hesitant just because of like the hassle of trying to get it because we can get it easy. We'll have to go rent a U-Haul. I think it's just the fact that if we can't sell these couches, we're gonna have to, deal with the hassle of taking them to the storage. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And then we
I
might not
mean,
even
for
sell them.
now, the thing is like for now we it does fit upstairs in our loft.
Yeah, so you know what? It could work. I just didn't want to like send it to our storage
And
and
just
it
it gets
sits.
dirty and
It
sits there.
sits and
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I
what I don't want to do.
yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm pretty sure like one of our parents would take it for free.
You think
Obviously.
your mom would?
I think she's had those couches, like the couches that she has now for a long time. Your mom has had her couches for a long time too.
If we really have to for the free, yeah.
Yeah, like if like for the free, we could be like, okay, fine, and
Just
just
have
take
them.
it, just have it
Just get
instead of
out of
it being
here.
used. But we do use these ones, you see, for like this. I don't know. It's like such a big hassle, guys.
Yeah,
And I
cause
think like me being pregnant, I fucking hate everything. I'm so sorry if that sounds like a spoiled brat. Not like a
no,
spoiled brat because that's not how I mean it. It's just
I could
like
tell.
I just feel like everything
Like,
just feels so dirty. And I know it's like my nesting phase, but I get so mad looking at like mixed matched Tupperware. Like you guys don't
I know, like
understand. Like I just
literally,
throw
this
away
girl was like
Tupperware.
quiet and just like breathing like that, and you're just freaking all the Tupperware that had food in it. You're just throwing it all away.
Oh yeah, cause that Tupperware stained. I don't want to see Tupperware like that. Like we need glass. Okay,
You probably do that
for
monthly
our
then because you do
health.
that often.
Okay, but for our health, we should not be eating having plastic Tupperware.
No,
We
it's
shouldn't be warming
glass.
up food in plastic.
No.
So I bought plastic cup. I mean plastic. I bought glass cups that I love, and glass like things, but I refuse to put out my pretty shit until I throw away all the ugly shit. And I don't want to just throw it away. So little by little, I've been like sending stuff to my mom's house. I'm like, here you go. Here you go. Anyways, that's our dilemma right now. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
And that's what I'm saying. If we're gonna do this, like you want to do it tomorrow, so that's why I'm like, okay,
Well,
we got
yeah, because then
has
they're
to be
going to sell
timed.
them.
Has
And
to be timed.
people are going to want to buy them. Let's be so fucking for real. $800
But she did
for
say
those.
she could order them more. Like it could order more though.
They could order more, yeah. But by the time they get here, those ones took a month and a half.
Damn.
So I'm like,
You know what? Well, we'll figure it out tonight. Maybe
yeah.
early in the morning we'll talk about it and see what
Because we
happens.
can always run a U-Haul after we drop Addie off.
Yeah.
Go pick that up. Come back home. Set them up. Put the couches upstairs. It'll probably take a max about like 2.5 hours. Because they're also coming to look at our yard, guys. I'm so excited.
I'm not gonna lie, that's the whole day. That it's gonna be the whole day of like Addie being at school. It's gonna be the whole day. We go get the U-Haul. We'll go pick it up in Tulare. By the time we bring it back, and then take back the U-Haul, and then come back and build it and put that one.
Build it. It's already built.
I thought it came in boxes.
Yeah, but she said she can put it in boxes for us. But since I told her like, oh well, I don't know if we're gonna get them, she left it out on the floor, so people could look at it. So I mean, even if we put it in the U-Haul,
Damn.
it's even easier to take it off.
Fucking people already probably sat on that shit.
Nobody went today to look at them.
You promise?
I promise you that. She told me that the person that wanted them didn't end up going to go look at them. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Because if anything, we can just go straight to Tulare and figure it out. Like look at it and see if we really want it. And then in Tulare, there's a U-Haul in Tulare.
That too. Just that when we come back over here, we're gonna take the U-Haul back to Tulare.
Yeah, it's gonna be annoying. Yeah. Oh, we'll see, guys. It's just a little bit.
Yeah, that's like life. That's life.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's get into the video.
Yeah.
Because today we are going to be talking about the day we gave birth to.
This is
the
part
day.
3. So where did we leave off last time? Was like giving birth of Addie.
No, we haven't even talked about that.
Oh,
we
okay.
just talked about like the pregnancy vibes.
Oh, the situation while being pregnant. Okay.
Yes. So today we're going to talk about the day that we gave birth to Addie, how it all transpired. And
that day was honestly such a trip.
Yeah, so we're going to get into that, guys. So yeah, let's get started. Crazy thing is, that day, okay, before we even talk about that day, Nathaniel never spent the night at my house when I was pregnant, but I spent the night at his house multiple times. Probably like 6 to 8 times.
Yeah, and that's not even a lot either, concerning her whole pregnancy term.
Well, like I only started spending the night like at 7 months pregnant.
And then too, yeah, it was an awkward thing because
yeah, my mom was like, I remember when I asked my mom, I was like, can I spend the night tonight at Nathaniel's house? And I had my head down because I think my sister was gonna have her little friends over for Halloween or her birthday or something. And I was like, oh, can I spend the night at Nathaniel's house? I think it was her birthday because February. And she's like, no, are you crazy? And she looks at me and she's like, oh wait, you're already pregnant. I mean, yeah, she looks at me, she's like, oh wait, you're already pregnant. She's like, I mean, what the worst that can happen already happened.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I guess. She's like, let me talk to Jason. That's my stepdad. She's like, let me talk to Jason. Let me see. And then she was like thinking about it when driving, and she's like laughing because like there's really nothing to like. Anymore. Yeah, well, like she can because I am underage, but like
yeah, but like
in her head she was like, well, I can't really say no to her. Like I can't give her like no. What the heck? Like I'm pregnant. So.
Yeah, because if we did it again, then we could have twins.
Shut the fuck up. I remember like asking my mom, and she ended up saying yeah. Her and my stepdad agreed. Like, okay, what's the worst that can happen? So I spent the night a couple times at his house. I think especially like the appointments that we had like super early.
Why didn't I want to spend the night at your house?
I think one, I never really invited you to because I still like slept with my sister.
Yeah, because I couldn't.
Me and my sister still like slept.
The room wasn't ready. That's why.
Yeah, like
I had my own room, but obviously none of the baby stuff was gonna be there because
your mom still bought you a crib and stuff like that for your room. She still bought like
Yeah.
a crib and like things like that for their house, but like I don't know. We
I think because we knew like we're gonna be at your house. That's why we didn't like set everything up at my mom's house.
yeah, we didn't set anything up. I think your mom set like some things up though.
She's no, let's take a look. She's like in the kitchen at that corner.
No, but remember in your room you had like a little like a little drawer.
Well, yeah, just like well, no, I had the not the pin,
Yeah, you had a playpen.
a playpen,
Yeah, but
and
then you
the
also
side
had
had
like a little
Pampers and
drawer.
wipes.
Yeah.
But that's nothing crazy though. It's just for like a sleep, like a sleepover. It's not like okay, here's the baby's closet.
Oh
Here's
no no
her.
yeah, I had that in my room. Okay, so
Yeah,
anyways, my mom says yes, and I would spend the night a couple times, like maybe like 7 8 times out of like the last 3 months of my pregnancy. Keep in mind that I has never spent the night, never ever ever, and I finally had my own room up like to like the last 2 weeks of me giving birth. And I decided to ask Nathaniel, I was like, hey, do you want to spend the night? We can watch like Netflix on the laptop and we can just like chill.
I miss that. Like just like the feeling of like you want to come spend the night with me. It's like it gives me like little butterflies. Like I don't know. Tell me go reenact. Tell me again. Like tell me. You want me to sleep with you tonight?
Shut up. I'm like, you want to buy a couch for me?
Oh my fuck no.
So I asked him, I was like, do you want to spend the night? And he was like, yeah, I guess.
No,
Like,
yeah, I didn't put no.
he didn't really care to spend the night. Like, let's just be
Yeah,
honest.
I
Like,
was
this
like,
guy,
okay.
yeah, like, he was just like, yeah, okay. Like, yeah, he wasn't like, oh my God, yeah, oh my
Well,
God,
no,
we're fine.
I was thinking, I'm like, well, I mean, it's
It's
been so
time.
long.
Yeah, it's,
Like,
yeah.
I was kind of like expecting for you to invite me already. So I was like, okay, yeah,
Yeah, okay. We also hadn't talked about the living situation at this point. Like really
no,
like actually sat down and had a conversation had not happened. Not with my parents, not with anybody. Like we had not talked about the living situation. He decided to come over that night. You packed like your little like black Nike backpack. Or what was it? A duffel bag? What'd you pack?
I packed. No, it was a backpack,
The black one that you have now.
the black backpack. Yeah, I packed
Yeah.
that one.
So he packed how did okay, tell us your view. Like how you packed your stuff.
Yeah, for me, all I remember is when you invited me. I was like, okay. I was honestly so nervous because I've never,
Slept at somebody else's house, like a
no,
girl's.
yeah, yeah, like I never, yeah, like did that. So I was kind of like, I was scared. I was just like, the worst already happened, but just like, I guess the feeling of judgment from your parents was probably just the only thing eating me alive. Like I have a lot to prove. You know what I'm saying?
My parents were
No, now
they
I
were in
know.
their room asleep because like I think you came like at 8. My parents are usually in their bed by 8.
Yeah, but it just felt like so like, man, I don't want them to think I'm a asshole of a kid, and it just felt like, that
Yeah,
type
you
of
were
feeling.
nervous.
I was nervous. But
Okay,
but I
so
packed all I remember was just like being nervous and I just packed what I needed, just like a toothbrush, a change of clothes, and that's pretty much it.
you weren't going through it wasn't going through your head like oh packing for like the hospital or anything like that.
No, like
No.
I don't know why. It just went over my head. Like I didn't even know how far you were like due. Like I don't know how long you were.
Yeah, we weren't really talking
We
about
weren't
it.
keeping
At
track.
that
Maybe
point,
you
I
were,
was
but like
39 weeks pregnant.
okay, see, like
I was 39
I
weeks
didn't know
pregnant.
any of that. I just remember saying her saying like okay, so like adult me feels like shit because like bro, like you need to be on it. Like you gotta know how far your girl is, when her appointments are. I was just there like whenever there's an appointment, hit me up so I can take you.
Well, you
Like
were a kid. What do
but
you
still though,
expect?
like obviously the older me just feels like, bro, the
I know.
fuck.
I honestly can't wait. Okay. Yeah, he comes over. He has his little black Nike backpack, and me, guys, I was already prepared. Like I already had Adelynn's diaper bag packed. I
See, I didn't
already
even know
had,
that. Like I did not
yeah,
know
I
any of
already had
that.
like my bag packed. I was ready to go, and I remember talking to you about it. I was like, pack your bag, pack your bag. Remember,
I
I
think you
would
said
tell
it,
you.
you
I think,
told
and then I
me.
think that day too, I was like, I told you to pack your bag. Yeah,
Yeah.
huh? But like I was like on him. I was like, pack your bag, pack your bag. Motherfucker never packed his bag.
Cause I didn't think
So
I don't know.
we just go through the night and we're just chilling there. We're like enjoying our night, watching our little like show. And it was probably like 1 in the morning. And I
Mhm.
started getting like sharp pains. It was out of nowhere. Like I wasn't having like little pains throughout the day. Like no. At night at like 1 in the morning, I started getting pains in my stomach and I was like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't be like snacking. I would only snack on candies though, because like after a certain point I did not want to eat just in case I had to give birth. My stomach started hurting. I was like, oh my gosh, that hurts. And I was like, what if I need to poop? And I was like, oh, embarrassing, he's here, because we hadn't pooped in front of each other yet. And like I was like, oh, so I went to the restroom, came back, like nothing happened. And I was like, okay. And then it just started like escalating. It was like worse, and I couldn't hide anymore that I was in pain. And then I finally say something to him. I was like, oh, my stomach hurts. And he's like, oh, are you okay? You want me to rub you? And I was like, oh yeah. And he started rubbing me, and like I was just like I couldn't even watch the movie anymore because I think I had the movie on my
Wait, no,
stomach.
we're asleep. Like this was
No,
one
we
in the morning, Beto. Like
weren't.
I remember like waking up and you're like in pain. You're like, can you rub me?
No, okay, we had gotten to that point. But
Oh,
but before, like you were rubbing me, right? And I still had the computer on me. And then finally we were like, okay, like I just we won't finish the movie. So we turned the movie off and I'm like, let's just go to sleep. So we like closed the laptop and we put it down. And then like that's when we start falling asleep, but I couldn't fall asleep because like my stomach was hurting. So I was like going to sleep and then like it would happen again and I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Like it was like and it was just escalating like worse and worse and worse. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, is this the pain?" Like in my head. We hadn't like I hadn't woke you up yet to tell you that.
uh-huh.
In my head, I was like, "Is this the pain that they talk about? Is like this
How'd it
labor
feel?
pain?" It feels like cramps but worse. So that's why like right now whenever I get like stomach pains, I don't take it too serious because it's so when you give birth, like the type of pain that you have right before, let's just say like it's like a let's it's just a 7. It's a 7 of pain. It's like a 7. It's rating a 7 of pain. It's a rate of 7 of pain, if that makes sense. So like it's all right here. It's
Mm.
like under your stomach, but like chill. But like in between your like stomach and your crotch.
Okay.
So it's like all that area, and it's just like, oh my god, it's like a sharp pain, and it goes from a 7 from being like let's just say it hurts like as much as the level's a 7. Fuck, I can't say it, but the level of pain is a 7,
Okay.
and then it goes away, and then it comes back 3 minutes later, and it's an 8.
So
But it lasts you a whole minute. Like for a minute, you're like, oh my god, it hurts for a minute long, right?
so every time it's just worse and worse and
Yeah,
worse.
and then it goes away for like 3 minutes and then it comes back. And now you're in pain for 2 minutes and now it's a 9.
Oh
So
shit.
it goes from worse pain and then they're like less, like they're closer together, but they're longer.
That's that's crazy.
Yeah, so it's like a pattern and that's how you know when you're going to give birth.
So you're for sure gonna know one.
Now I am.
What if it's
But
not like that? What if it's like just out of nowhere, just
no, it's a
pop,
no,
water
that's
pops. Oh, your water
your
breaks.
water could break before you start like contracting, but that's not what
Damn.
happened to me. My water broke. Okay, see, that's what's weird. Anyways, I'll tell you guys right now why I find that a little bit weird. So, anyways, I like was like thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, are these the ones that you get like at 35 weeks pregnant? Because right now I'm getting some, but they're Braxton Hicks, so they're just like my body like trying to get used to labor, trying to get me prepared for labor. I'm like, are these Braxton Hicks or are these contractions? Couldn't tell. And the pain was getting worse and worse. And that's when I woke you up. And what do you remember me telling you?
All I remember is like you telling me like hey, like my stomach hurts. Like I think I need to go to the hospital.
Yeah, because I couldn't hold it anymore. I stood up.
Yeah, and I was like,
I had to
I was
stand up because
scared.
you were asleep. And I like got up out of bed and that's when I was like pacing because they started hurting really bad. And I was like, I think I gotta go to the hospital.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, let's go.
No,
Like
I feel like you were scared. You
I
didn't
was
want me to
scared.
go. Yeah, you're like, are you sure? Are you sure? Do we really have to go to the hospital? But like not in a mean way, but
Nah,
you were like nervous, like, are we really gonna have a baby right now? I think that's what you were nervous for. Cause you were like, it's
I don't
funny cause
remember.
like you were so young, but you were like, it was okay, this is how I remember it. Okay, let me make sure the story is clear. So I get up out of bed, Nathaniel's sleeping, and as soon as he feels me get up, he like looks at me with his eyes, but he doesn't get his body up, right? And I'm like and he's like looking at me and like I'm like I think I gotta go to the hospital, like it hurts so bad, I think I gotta go. And then I didn't want to tell my mom yet because I didn't want to just like wake her up and then make her take me, and I just didn't want to tell my mom yet.
Yeah.
So I'm telling him like I think I gotta go, I think I gotta go. And he's like, are you sure? Are you sure? And his eyes get big and he's like, maybe we should just wait. Maybe we should just wait till it gets bad. And I'm like, no, it's bad. I was like, it's bad already. Like, I have to go. And you're
Yeah.
like, are you sure? Like, he was just scared. And I'm like, it's okay. We can go. And then you're like, are you sure? Like, you kept saying, are you sure? And I was like, oh, I think I'm going to tell my mom. And then, like,
Shit.
yeah. And then you're like, oh, shit, okay. And you get up. I don't know if you didn't have your shirt on. Did you not have your shirt on?
I don't know.
I don't know, but like I remember you like getting up and like being nervous. I was gonna tell my mom like you had to like wake yourself up all the way. Like
Oh
you
yeah,
wanted to
because
feel like you were standing up or something,
I didn't want to come in the room, and I'm like
like laying there.
laying down, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
cause like he got. I was like, I think I'm gonna tell my mom, and I start heading towards the door, and he's all getting up all
I'm like, oh
fast.
shit. I mean, because I didn't, because like I thought like we weren't gonna go. I'm like, if you're gonna tell your mom, then I'm like, okay, that means we're going then.
Yeah, so you get up. He gets up like all fast, and like I get out of my room, and I was like, before I even went into my mom's room, I was so nervous. I was like, should I tell her? Should I tell her? What if it's not really it? What if it's not really it? And I'm just like nervous, and I'm nervous, and then like I'm like, oh my god, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. So like I remember just knocking on the door because like she would have the door locked, and then she's like, huh, what? My mom's like that. She wakes up just like me. I wake up just like her, like in a panic.
You wake up pissed. No, you wake up pissed.
Oh.
You wake up pissed. You do not wake up in a panic.
Okay, so anyways, I knock on the door, and my mom's like, what? Huh? What? And she comes to the door. She's like, what? Are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, I think I need to go to the hospital. And she's like, why? I was like, my stomach hurts. Why you want to laugh?
Cause like I'm just like, damn, bro. Like that shit was crazy. Like the one night I spent the night,
Yeah.
and the baby was born.
Why is that so funny? You're weird.
No,
So I
that's
tell my
crazy.
mom, I'm like, okay, I think I need to go to the hospital. I think I need to go to the hospital. And she was like, okay. What's wrong? How are you feeling? Or what? Your water broke? And I was like, no, like my stomach just hurts a lot. It hurts a lot. She's like, are you sure? I was like, yeah. She's like, okay, let's go. And she goes back into her room and she like changes and stuff like really fast. And I go into my room and like I'm grabbing my stuff. I'm like, come on, let's go. And then you're like, you're like,
I don't know. I'm trying to
okay.
like remember it. I'm trying so hard to like remember the feeling and the images.
You
Like
can't remember?
I can't. I don't know if it's
It's
just.
just funny because like you look scared. Like you're like
It's
laying, like
funny because I feel like you
you're
took
standing.
control of everything. You're like, oh, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. I need to go right now. You packed everything, and you had all your luggage. You had everything packed.
Yeah, I just had to get him in the closet.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. I felt like shit.
You're fine. Anyways, so I go into the room to grab my stuff and to like tell Nathaniel like we're leaving, like let's go. And so I go in there and he's like, we're going, we're going. I was like, yeah, we're going. Yeah, all right. And you're like putting your backpack on. You're like, like with the backpack, like all nervous. And I was like, okay, let's go. And I gave you my bag and stuff. I was like, you hold them. You're like, oh, okay. Like you were just like, I think you were out of touch.
I
And I was
was,
like, okay,
cause
whatever.
obviously it's
So
scary.
I grabbed cause he had my duffel bag, but I had the diaper bag. And I was leaving and I told my mom, I was like, should I take this? And she's like, cause she was already in the room. She's like, no, don't take the diaper bag. We'll drop it off to you guys. Just take your bag and his bag and we'll drop it off to you guys. Or I don't remember if we took your bag. I don't remember, but
I don't remember either.
she just told me like, okay, like just leave this one here. We'll take it to you guys. And I was like, okay. So I go and then we're going in, like we go into the car and we're headed to the hospital and we're in the car and I was like, oh, she's like, how are you feeling? I was like, oh, it hurts. It hurts. And she's like, how far apart are they? I was like, I don't know. And she's like, you're not checking? And I was like, no. And I was like, how do you do that? And she's like, oh my gosh. And she's like, okay, like she's like, just remember this. Oh, I think she woke up my sister. Hold up, wait. Okay,
Wait,
because before we left to go to the hospital, my sisters were both sleeping in the room next to us, and they heard like everybody whispering and like.
I think I
And
remember
so
hearing them actually.
Vivian and Vanessa, my sisters, come out, and Vanessa's like, or one of my sisters is like, "You're having the baby," and I was like, I don't know. And then they were like laughing and smiling, like all excited. I was like, okay. But anyways, so my sisters were awake. My stepdad was awake, and my stepdad was like, should we go? Should I go with you? He did not come with us because it was COVID. We already knew it was gonna my mom wasn't allowed to go. We knew it was just gonna be two people because that's what they said. They said just you and somebody else is allowed to go with you. So we get to the hospital, and my mom was like, because it was cold. It wasn't cold. Was it? I remember it being cold. I don't remember.
It was kind
But
of cold. It wasn't raining. It was April, but it wasn't raining.
okay, so anyways, my mom's like looking at it, so she's like, I don't know if I should take you guys to the emergency room or what, because it was COVID. So my mom didn't want to expose us to COVID.
Yeah.
And she's like, maybe not the emergency room. Maybe let's go to the front lobby. She's like, maybe not the maternity ward because it was late. It was 2 in the morning at that point. And she's like, okay, maybe not the lobby. Maybe like, and she's just like, she was just trying to figure it out. She's like, I'm just gonna go through here. So she wanted to go before us to make sure like we didn't get exposed. And so she like walks to the thing and she sees a security guard and she tells the security guard like, okay, what can happen? And he's like, okay, yeah, tell him to come through here. And mom was like, oh, okay, okay. So she goes back into the car to grab us. And then I think Nathaniel had his backpack, but my mom was like, leave your backpack. She's like, just in case they send you guys back. You guys are not with like a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So Nathaniel leaves his backpack and I think we just take mine. So yeah, we just take my duffel bag and Nathaniel leaves his backpack and we leave like my diaper bag. And so we go into we see that security guard again and my mom's like, I'm just gonna try to go with you guys.
Mm.
And I was like, okay. And so my mom was like coming with us and the security guard, do you remember what the security guard told her?
No, I don't remember.
Dude, you have hella bad memory. Anyways,
I don't know. Maybe because I was just
so
nervous.
the security guard's like, hey, only one more, like only 2 people are allowed to come in. And my mom was like, but she's underage. And he was like, 2 people. Like, I don't know what to tell you, lady. Your daughter should not be having a kid this young then.
You said that?
No, he didn't say that.
I was
but
about
like,
to say what?
But like, there's like the
No, yeah,
the rules are the rules.
Two
Yeah.
people. Underage
yeah. And
or
I was
not.
like, but she's underage. And the security guard's like, 2 people. And I was like, oh my God, are you fucking kidding me? And then like, she's like, okay, please text me. And then she tells Nathaniel, you have my number, text me off Edel's phone, text me off your phone, just text me and update me, guys.
Yeah, I remember.
We're gonna stay up. And it was like 2 in the morning. It was already gonna be 3.
Homegirl did not stay up.
Yeah, she did.
Did she?
Yes, she did.
I thought we tried calling that we had her, but she was asleep, and we called her maybe like a couple hours after.
No. So, okay, I'll tell you. Dude, your memory is so off. Anyways.
Dude, that was how long ago? That was like almost 5 years ago.
I know. It's been a while.
And just like the adrenaline of like me, I was not, honestly, I not that I blacked out, but like I was not hearing around me and paying attention to what everybody was saying. I'm just like,
I was, because one of
baby.
us had to be fucking coherent.
Okay, but I wasn't paying,
So-
not that I wasn't paying attention to your mom, but like she was like obviously like just trying to like take care of like the situation of like, okay, like I want you to be okay. You know, like I understood.
I think that kind of shows us how we were raised, though, because like me, I've always been like that, like observant, like adherent. Like I want to know what's going on with who, with what, when, where, why, what. And you're just always been in the backseat, like la la la.
I was just
I'm like, I mean, Donald's like, hope my mom's credit card doesn't get declined.
Oh yeah, I was not thinking about that. I was just fucking like, whatever happens, happens. But like,
yeah, we were just different. So
yeah, but no, I was just thinking about just okay, bro. You're having a baby. I'm having a baby. That's all I'm thinking about. Where do we have this baby at? Like, I'm not thinking about like talking to people, talking to nurses, talking to like security, and like I'm just like I'm having a fucking kid, dude. I don't know what to do. Like
You're
I'm just like
dumb.
in my own head, like thinking about all this, all the possibilities of like what's gonna happen.
yeah. Okay, so since we also didn't have a car or anything, like the car seat wasn't set up. It was like nothing was set up. Like nothing was like ready, like at all, because we didn't have a car to like set the car seat up beforehand. So, anyways, we get dropped off. My mom's like waiting in the car. She had said she wasn't going home yet, cause just in case like
No, yeah.
they checked me and I wasn't ready to go. So it was like 2:30 in the morning when they dropped us off. We go to like the triage center and then they check us in. And they check me. They check my like what they do, that cervical check or whatever, check to see how far I am. And they're like, you're 1 centimeter dilated. And I was like, how much do I need to be at? And they're like 10. And we only take you if you're in active labor. That means like 5 centimeters or more. And I was like, okay. So what does that mean? And she's like, we're gonna check if the baby's okay. She's like, and we're gonna monitor you for an hour. We're gonna get a hold of your OB. She's like, and then from there we'll go on to see what she thinks. And I was like, okay. So they're monitoring me and I'm just in pain. I would always go like get up and go restroom because it felt like a push down there. Like it felt like I needed to poop. And like I would get up to go and like nothing would come out. So then I would like sit back on the bed and I would feel it. I'm like, oh my God, am I pooping myself? Like Like, what's going on? Like, why am I in so much pain? And so then I would go to the restroom, come back, and like I feel like the nurses were kind of getting irritated because they have to like unplug you and unplug the babies.
They
Like
were
hard.
getting
They
irritated. They
were,
pissed me off.
yeah, they were getting irritated because like I would have to ask them to go restroom, so they would like take that stuff off me, and then I would go, and then like it started like it would happen like every 20 minutes that I would do that, get that feeling, and then like it started getting like 10 minutes, and you know even like closer. So they call my OB, and I guess my OB was on call. So she was already at that hospital delivering some other babies. And she was saying, she was like, okay, since Veronica's so young, like we cannot send her home right away. We have to make sure, like, let's at least monitor her for an hour to see how fast, like, she's dilating. And they were like, so like don't discharge her yet, let's see where she's at in an hour. And so then they come back into the room, they tell me exactly that, exactly what I'm telling you guys. And I was like, okay. And she's like, so we're gonna check you in an hour. And I was like, okay, can I go restroom? And they're like, yeah. So I go restroom, and the pain's just getting worse, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then like I would be normal for like 5 minutes, and then again I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then they come back an hour later, and then they check me, and they're like, you're only like 2 centimeters dilated. Like it was like only 1 centimeter in an hour. Like we can't take you in. And I'm telling them, I'm like, but I'm in so much pain. Like, can I get something before I go home? Like, please. And the lady's like, well, let me call your OB and see what she says. So they call the OB, and my OB says like, keep her there for another hour, but like start getting her discharge papers to go home already. Cause keep in mind, I know it's already like 4 a.m. And they're like, okay, like, yeah, get her discharge papers already, but we'll monitor her for another hour. So in that hour, it's 4 a.m. During that hour, they were supposed to check me again at 5 a.m. And every 5 minutes I was asking them, can you disconnect me? Can you disconnect me? I need to go restroom. I need to go restroom. And then towards the last 30 minutes of the hour, I'm like screaming. I'm like, like it hurts. And I'm like, rub me. And he would like rub my back. And I'm like, no, rub my stomach. And then he would rub my stomach. And like he would be rubbing me. And I'm like, faster.
Yeah.
Faster. And he's like rubbing me. And I'm like, I'm like crying.
Yeah, I did not know what to do. I was like, dude, like, God help me,
He
man.
was like scared because
I was like, I don't know what to do. I feel
didn't.
so bad for you. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I did everything you told me, and it was still hurting you. I just felt bad that I couldn't
And I'm
help
like,
you.
tell them to check me. Tell them to check me. And he's like, oh, but I already asked them.
I was
Like, they're
nervous.
not, yeah. And I was like, tell them to check me. And then, like, he was like, okay. And he was like walking out of the thing all scared. And he's like, there's no one out there. And I was like, what do you mean there's nobody out there? And he's like, but there's nobody out there. And I was like, there's not a bell. There's nothing you can ring. There's nothing you can call. Like, there's nothing. And you're like, oh, check. Dude, I wanted to smack the fuck out of you with my foot.
Bro, I'm like, damn, my how I came a long way.
Yeah, and so you go out there, you come back, and you're like, okay, I told her if she could like order you something, because she's like, all she said that they can give you is like ibuprofen or some stupid shit like that. And then the lady comes in, and I'm telling her it hurts so bad, and she's like, do you they wanted to give me that one thing you put in here,
It was
and
like
it's
IV?
like, I don't know if it's an IV. It's like a type of drug that goes through your veins and stuff that helps. It's not epidural, because I wasn't allowed to get epidural. They were getting me ready to get that one thing that you put through here. I don't know what it's called. And so the nurse comes in to start getting me ready. And before she could even do that, I get up because I'm like, unplug me. I need to go restroom. I need to go restroom. And I get up like, oh my God, I'm going to shit myself on this fucking bed. Get this shit off me. And they like take it off me. And as soon as I stand up, blood just gushes down. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Blood just like comes
Dude, guys,
out.
I actually have a picture. I have a picture of you.
We'll attach it. We'll attach
We can
the
attach
picture.
it. I don't know if it was. Why did I take a picture of you?
I don't know. Like all ugly.
I don't know if it was after or before.
No, it was before.
It was before. It was before. Oh, you look so. Man, you look
No, it was so bad. So anyways,
beat. I have a picture.
as soon as I stand up, blood and water just gushes down like, and I was like, oh, is that supposed to happen? Because I always heard like your water breaking, it's like fluids. It's like your amniotic fluid. I didn't know it was blood. Like this was all blood that came out of me. So I was like,
Wait, where did it come out of? Like on you?
my vagina.
No, Yeah, I know, but like, what I don't remember where we're at when it happened. They get all over
Right
your.
there, right there. Like you were sitting in a chair right here,
Yeah, I
and I
think
was on the bed, and I got off. Like I had scooted myself off, and as soon as I stood up right here at the edge of the bed,
Oh my
it just
god.
went,
Yeah. Okay.
and I was like, "Oh my god, is that supposed to happen?" And then they're like, lay back down," and then I lay down, and they check me, and I was 9 point something centimeters dilated.
That's Addie
Like
went quick. Like
Addie came fucking quick. They're like, get her a wheelchair. Everybody's like screaming at each other, a wheelchair, this, call the doctor, call her OB. And there's like 5 girls in the room. There's like a bunch of people on the side. And then they pull out a wheelchair and they're like, sit, sit. And I'm like, I can't. I feel like there's like something coming out of me. Like it literally felt like I was gonna sit on something. Like there was something in like coming out. So like I couldn't sit. So I'm like, you can see in the picture. I'm like this because I couldn't sit, and they're like wheeling me fast to go. So I'm like holding myself up, and then again, like as soon as we get into the room, I'm like, I need to go restroom, and they're like, what? What do you mean? I'm like, I need to go restroom, and so the nurse was like, okay, let's take a restroom. So 2 nurses helped me sit on the toilet to go restroom. And I'm like, I'm pushing because I'm thinking I'm pooping. So I start pushing on the toilet. Like, and I'm pushing and I'm pushing. And I think throughout this, you're texting my mom, like, oh, we're still here. We're not here. So my mom never got a message from like 3 a.m. to like 4 a.m. or like there was
cause
like
yeah,
an hour she didn't get a message because like he was stressed. Like, and like we were going back and
we're going back
forth.
and forth. I was talking to the doctors
Yeah,
and
so my mom decides, okay, like, because my stepdad sees her, like, stressing out, and he's like, hey, let's go on a walk. Like, let's just go on a walk. You know, you're fine. Let's go on a walk.
yeah, I think I remember something like that. I remember
Yeah, so they
like
go
hearing
and they
the.
walk like the dog. And they're like walking the dog, and mom was like nervous. And she's like, he hasn't texted me. He hasn't said anything. What's wrong? What's wrong? And then my stepdad's like, you're fine. Like, you're fine. There. You're fine. And so then they're like on their walk, and all this is happening. I'm sitting on the toilet, and I just remember me pushing. I'm just like, pushing like, ugh, and like, cause I think I'm shitty.
They're like, wait, hold up. Are you fucking
Yeah,
gonna take this baby out?
I don't no, but your body. I think when you don't have epidural and you don't have anything in your bloodstream, when your body is ready, your body's ready. Like there isn't even a point where I was. Okay, I'll tell you right now.
How
So
did it
like,
feel afterwards? It felt like a big relief. Like fuck, it's out. Like
yeah. Okay. So anyways, so
oh my bad.
I'm sitting there.
So my bad. Addie,
so
Addie,
I'm so I'm
my bad.
sitting on the toilet in the restroom, right, pushing, and Nathaniel's like on the side of the restroom, and I think you were gonna text or something like, "Oh, we're in a room," or I don't know what. But the nurse is like, get her up, stop pushing, stop pushing," and I'm like, I can't," and they're like, stop,
Oh, I remember
get
that. I
her up," and I
remember
was
like
like,
you
I
saying
can't
that.
get up. And they're like all like screaming at each other, screaming at me to get up. And I'm like, bitch, I can't get up.
Yeah.
And so then they both carry me out and they lay me on the bed, and I just like start pushing, and they're like, no, the doctor's not here yet, he's not here yet, wait, and
Oh,
they're calling my
cause they're like
OB.
not certified or something or what?
Well, they're like, not that they're not certified, like I'm pretty sure like they're like they can deliver a baby, but there has to be like a doctor on the floor. They're not gonna want you to push
But how
without.
the fuck they're gonna tell you? Wait, don't have your baby yet. Wait, give me like 5 minutes. Like what the fuck you mean? Like,
Well,
you
like
can't do
in
that.
emergencies, like I'm pretty sure they've one of them have delivered a baby, but they were telling me to wait, and I was like,
You can't do
I can't
that.
wait, I can't wait. They hadn't even. They're all trying to hook me up into those monitors to check like how my cramps, not my cramps, my. They were just trying to monitor me, but like they were trying to hook me up, but I wasn't letting myself because I was like in so much pain, just ready to push her out, and then I just remember Nathaniel like on this side, and they're like, hold her leg, or like hold her arm, or something like that.
I remember like I held your shoulder like right here. I think.
Yeah, and then he started holding me right here because like I didn't need anybody to hold
Oh,
me.
and you were holding my hand. You're squeezing the shit out of it. I was like, damn, bro.
Yeah, because they were like, hold her leg. But I remember like pushing you because I'm like, I don't need you to hold my leg. You need to move the fuck out. Like I'm pushing this kid out right now. And I just remember like the doctor coming in. It wasn't my OB because my OB was delivering somebody else. And so the doctor comes in, runs in. It's a man. and they're like a bunch of girls like surrounding me in that area already because I'm pushing. I don't give a fuck who's there. Somebody better catch this baby.
Catch this baby
And
down.
I'm pushing and I'm pushing. And then when they told me to stop, I remember not trying as hard to push, but my body was just doing it.
Yeah, I was
Like it was
naturally
just like
just letting her out.
I couldn't just stop. I'm like, oh, hold it. Like that's not the way it works. So then the guy doctor comes in and he's just like standing there and he's like, "Whoa, the baby's already almost out. You did all my work for me. Thank you very much." And he's putting his gloves on. He's like, "We're going to have this baby right now." And he's like, "How long was she here for?" And then they were like, "Oh, 2 hours." And how did you guys not catch that? Like blah blah blah. Somebody should have called me earlier. Or like he's just like having like little conversations with them, and then when he's answering, I'm like, fucking bitches.
Yeah.
Anyways, so then I'm pushing. I think I had like 2 more pushes. When he's doing all that talking, I push once and then I push twice, and that's when Addie comes out, and then my OB like runs in, and she's like, "Wow, you did it!" I'm all, "Where the fuck were you, Chrissy?" Her name was Christy.
Fun fact. Now that girl only does abortions.
Yeah, my old OB. She
We're all
moved
trying
to
to contact her
Washington.
to like deliver this one, and then we found out that
She only
what was
does
her bio?
abortion.
What was her bio? It was like something about like
Killing babies since I'm
just
not
killing something like that. It was something weird like that.
yeah. Yeah, she comes in like I already had Addie, and I'm just like, you know what though, guys, I'm not gonna lie, that ring of fire is so true. Like I felt every single thing, and there's a point when you're pushing, you feel like a climate, like a burning, and then like the whole fucking baby just wobbles out. It's weird. I think it's the head. Like once the head like comes the shoulder, or is it the shoulders? I don't know. But there's like a burningness, like you're on fire, and then that's what you have to push. Like oh, when I felt that, I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm pushing, and then everything else was like, blah, blah, blah.
Blah.
Like it felt like jello, like blah, blah, blah. So, anyways, I give birth to Addie. And this guy over here, guys, they're like, can
Hold
you?
on, wait, before any of that. When she was pushing, I was so she's like this, right? I'm literally on the other
I know you
side.
pissed me off. I'm like, what are you doing over there?
I wanted to see the baby.
Ew. Oh, I spilled it on me. Okay, go.
Wait, no, it's not even just that. I wanted to see the baby. I got pushed out by a nurse. 'Cause I think she started holding
She
you.
started holding my leg.
Oh yeah, so I went over here to get out the fucking way. So I was like, okay, what do I can't do nothing. I'm useless. So let me just look. So I looked at I
Ew,
looked.
you actually remember how it looks?
I remember seeing Addie's freaking dome.
What, it just looked all black and hair?
Yeah,
She didn't really have a lot of
well,
hair.
she had like some hair, but it was like spots of hair. I was like,
Yeah, she had spots of hair,
I was
literally.
like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. I see videos of people fainting. I didn't feel like fainting. I was just like, whoa, like that's crazy. Like she's actually pushing this kid out, and like you just pushed her all out, and I just seen her come all the way out. I was like that's when I felt like my heart dropped. I was like, I'm a dad. And I was
Yay.
like, that's crazy.
It's so weird though, guys, because like once you give birth, like I just felt so like it was weird. Like it felt so fake.
I
Like
know. I didn't feel like I
they
was
gave
there.
me Addie like right away, like she started crying right away, and then they gave her to me and they put her on my chest. They fucking like pull your whole shirt, your whole nipples are out. I'm like, girl, cover me the fuck up. So anyways, they take my that thing off, and I have Addie on my chest, and I'm just like so exhausted. I'm like, give me a fucking second. And then I just remember hearing her like cry, and then she would calm down, and I was like everything went quiet. Like everything went quiet. I was like, oh, this is my baby. Like this is half me and half Nathaniel. Like what? Like it just felt so like crazy. And I just remember like rubbing her, and I was just like rubbing her little head, and like I had her little hands, and I was like, I was just so
I had
tired.
that picture too.
But you just forget about all the pain. You forget about all of the hecticness. You just like you're just there. And I was still thirsty. I was like thirsty. And then I just remember looking at you, and I was like, that's so crazy. Like this is our baby. And it's so crazy because like once they took her to measure her and weigh her and stuff, I remember being so mad. Like, don't take my
Why?
baby.
Oh, because you just had her.
I just had her, yeah. And like, okay, keep in mind you have your baby in your stomach for like 9, 10 months. Like you're just so used to having that baby in your stomach, and then it's gone, and then you have it on your chest, and then now somebody else has it. It's like,
Okay, I get what you're
you know what I'm
saying.
saying? So yeah, yeah, I gave birth to Adalynn, and then they asked Nathaniel like, oh, you want to cut the umbilical cord? And he
Yeah.
was like, yeah. And she's like, cut right here, cut in between my fingers. And he's not like about to fucking cut my belly button.
And I was like, 'cause I was just so like, dude, the umbilical cord was so beautiful. Like, I don't know why. It was like a neon purple. Like, right when it came out, it was like bright neon. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Kind of fucking alien shit is this, dude? That shit was beautiful, though.
You want to bite it?
No, when I bite it, just
Oh,
admire it. And it lost its glow, and that was it. Like, after I cut it, it lost the glow.
yeah. You know they say you shouldn't cut that right away.
I mean, I
That
didn't cut
like it
it.
has a bunch of nutrients in it that you should give the rest to your kid, and then when it's like super dry and it's white, like the nutrients are already out of it because they went to your kid or to you, you cut it. Like you're just throwing away all that nutrients. I was like, that's crazy. So right after he cut the umbilical cord, we basically they what did they do?
They took it away her.
Yeah, they went away her and stuff,
She
and then
had jaundice.
yeah, when they take them to weigh the baby and they're doing all that, they basically stitch you up if you need stitches. I did have like a little bit of a tear, not too crazy. I think I had like 1 or 2 stitches. And they also, oh, you had to push your placenta out. And then they asked me, they're like, okay, are you ready to push your placenta out? I was like, yeah. And then she's like, do you need anything? Like, do you want any pain medication? We can get you Tylenol, or we can get you that one like IV thing put into you. And this was my OB asking me. And I was like, oh, I'll get that IV thing, like if that's stronger. And she's like, it's stronger. She's like, are you sure you've done everything unmedicated? Like you have a lot. You should be so proud of yourself. Like, blah blah blah. Like, are you sure you want that? And I was like, yes. Like it's gonna take a little bit because we're gonna have to call like blah blah and get it ordered in. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait. If I could get that epidural, I would for that shit because I am not feeling nothing anymore. And she's like, are you sure? Like, it's just gonna be 1, 2 pushes. And I was like, no, I'll wait. So they ended up giving me that one thing that goes through here,
Hmm.
and I got that. I pushed the placenta out. They gave us Addie back, and I was like carrying her into the next room while they were like pushing me on the wheelchair. And we get to the other room, and that's when they told us Adalynn had jaundice. So we had to stay at the hospital for an extra day or two. And we also had to have her under like a blue
Oh
light.
yeah, that blue light. And
And
I
she
cover
couldn't,
her eyes. Was
yeah, they had to
sad.
cover her eyes with like a thing. And they had to, like, she couldn't have blankets on her.
No, she was
Like,
all
she had to be
naked.
like bare skin in there. And they didn't like us taking her out. Not even to feed her. They didn't like us taking
No,
her
we're supposed to
out.
feed her like in there.
And I was like, that's uncomfortable.
Do you
I
actually
can't.
want to look at that video? I have videos of that.
We'll add all the videos
We
and
can
stuff.
add them.
She had like those little like blue, those like little like glasses and her little blue light. And honestly, not gonna lie, being in the hospital for that long was like so depressing.
Yeah, cause we're so sleep deprived.
It was like 3 days we were there
Yeah,
for.
like I remember like you just being so like, you know?
Yeah, because she would crash like, eh.
Yeah, you're quick with it, mama instinct, dude. Like I was awake, just awake, and you're like not like you fell asleep, and she'll make one little noise, and you're
Yeah, the video.
out of the video.
Like I was like mama bear. But yeah, we were there for like 3 days. Oh my god, I was so tired of being there. I hated it. Hated it, especially because no family could visit, nothing. My mom he ended up texting my mom like, oh, she's here, and he just sent them pictures and stuff, his family pictures. And since my mom still couldn't visit us, like at the hospital, he was allowed to still go downstairs and go
Oh
pick up
yeah.
food from them. So my grandma had made me like caldo de pollo and we ate that.
I
And
know
then like they would drop us off Panda.
for like a little bit, dude. Like we had to eat vending machine snacks. That shit was ass.
Yeah, because like they couldn't take it to like food all the time.
No,
For a while, we were eating those like vending machine food snacks, like during, and they end up giving us like food there. Tell me where this
do
guy was
they?
eating it. You were eating it, bro. And then also, like,
Bro.
wait, let me say it. When you give birth naturally, like down there, you don't like things that are like squishy. Like this couch, I don't like it. I feel like I wouldn't like it after giving birth because like you're like sinking in. You like more harder stuff because you're just like upright. So the chair that they had for like them was a little bit more harder. And then the bed for me was like softer. So I remember telling him like, can we switch?
And it was like not like a like an actual regular chair. It was like kind of like one of those like
Lazy
long,
boys, like the tired, like
yeah, like on a beach. Like that's how long it was, and just like a cushion, like a long cushion. So she wanted that one, and she wanted to throw me on the hospital bed.
because there was no other chair to sit on or
No,
anything.
yeah.
So he would sit on the hospital bed and I would sit on that one because it just felt comfortable. And one time he
I
was
felt
like,
so. I even told you before. I was like, dude, I don't want to do it. Like, I'm gonna do it because, like, obviously, I want you to feel comfortable. But I'm like, bro, like, I don't want no one to think that I literally kicked my girl off because I'm like, like if I'm uncomfortable or something.
yeah,
And
it
so I
did look
walked
it did look
in.
funny because like he was sitting there like he was eating like the food that the hospital gave because I'm very
She
picky.
didn't want it. I was
I
like,
didn't want it.
I mean, I'm
She's like,
hungry.
I'm gonna try it, and I was like, okay. So he was like trying it and stuff, and I was like sitting on the other thing, and like I'm sitting there with Addie, and like he's like sitting on the bed, and they walk in.
I mean, they didn't say anything, but like to me, I was like,
They didn't say anything,
man.
but then she's like, oh, and she came all the way to me, and she's like, I'm gonna have to check your blah blah, and I was like, okay, sounds good, and they started checking me, and then like she left, and we were
We
out
started laughing. I
dying.
was
I
like,
was like,
man, it's not even my fault. Like, literally, it's not my fault. Like this.
I'm pretty sure like she gets it though, like. I don't know. It was just something so funny that
Yeah.
happened. But yeah, so we did like Adalynn passed all the other tests, and on the third day she was ready to go. Just for her jaundice, they did have us like have her in the sun. How long when she was born? Like she had to like be in the sun for as long as we could let her be in the sun.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that happened.
Sad, but it was cute at the same time to see her little
Her with glasses, huh?
like she had not any glass. She had like it was like a Velcro patch like around like the
Oh yeah,
back of
you're
her
right.
head,
It was Velcro.
and like it goes on this side and just like Velcro stitches onto the other.
Yeah,
And you
because it
just
would
take
have
it
us.
off. I'll take it off, but I can see her eyes. I'm like, oh, but not in the light.
No,
like,
you would have to
outside
take her
of
out.
it, you have to take,
Because we would like, yeah, we would take her out for a little bit and just like hug her. Because I was like, she probably needs to feel love. Like in there, it's so warm and it's so tight. And then she's all out naked.
Oh,
That's
cold.
why I didn't like it. I was like, my poor baby. So to wrap it up, we signed all the paperwork. Oh, also something random that happened. Do you remember CPS coming in?
Yeah, I remember CPS
CPS came in. I was like, what the fuck?
trying to arrest me.
No, they did not. Shut up.
Kidding, but like you know what they're there for.
Yeah, I don't. They were there like to ask him his age, my age, and
And
how we
like
know
if it
each
was
other.
like forced or anything, it was like consensual.
Yeah, cause there she
was
she
like-
came in. Okay, guys, she came in.
It was
and
a
she was
guy,
like,
no?
it was a girl.
Oh, that was a guy.
No, it was a girl. She came in. She knocked on the door. And she's like, hello. I was like, hi. She's like, I work for welfare. I don't know if she thought like I wasn't gonna know CPS, but like I work for welfare. It's the same thing. And she's like, but was it welfare? Or she said CPS. I don't remember, but she came in saying that she worked for them. And she's like, we just want to ask you guys a couple questions. And I was like, yeah, of course. And she's like, okay. And she sat there and she's like, oh, what did you guys name her? And I was like, Adalynn. And she's like, that's really pretty. She's like, what's her name? I was like, oh, it's Adalynn May Becerra. She's like, oh, okay, what's your name? And he's like, Nathaniel Becerra. And then she's like, what about you? I was like, oh, Veronica Rodriguez. And they're like, oh, how old are you guys? Like, she just tried having a conversation with us. And he was like, oh, I'm 17. And she's like, how old are you? I'm like, 16. She's like, oh, okay. And then she's like, how long have you guys known each other? And then I was like, oh, we've known each other since we were 12 and 13. She's like, oh, you guys have been dating? And I was like, yeah, we were dating. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she's like, where does your mom work at? And like random things. And I was like, oh, here. And she's like, oh, where are you going after? And I was like, oh, he's gonna go to his house and I'm gonna go to my house. I was like, what? Like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, have a good day, guys. And she left. And then we were like looking at each other, we're like,
I mean, yeah,
I think though that they just have to do that
they
because
have
like
to,
if he
cause
was like
yeah.
hella like 25 and I was like 16,
Honestly,
you
that's
know.
crazy. Like, I wonder how that works. Like the people that are like 18 and 17. Oh, long as consensual or what?
I don't know.
Because I mean,
I
I'm pretty sure that's happened plenty of times. But like, I never hear people getting arrested.
I don't know. I
These both
honestly
say it's consensual and that they've been dating for a while. I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea how that works. But CPS did come in and yeah, then they left and then we took Addie home and that was like pretty much it, huh?
Dude, it was so sad. We couldn't afford baby pictures.
Oh, I know. You want to know something so sad? That's like so
I'm
sad.
like,
It makes me
damn,
want to cry
bro.
because
I
we
felt like
literally had
shit.
like $100 turning. We had only
Yeah.
$100. I was like $130 we had.
Dude, like to our name, dude. And we couldn't even afford pictures for my
That was it
girl,
in
my baby
total.
girl.
And like during COVID, they had like a pamphlet, like a $36 one, and that one was like just one picture. And then it was like an $80 one, $120 one. And we sat there and like they gave us that thing. And it was before we leave. I was like, oh, should we do it? And he's like, yeah, like let's do it. Let's do the $30 one. And I was like, all right, let's do the $30 one. And they come in and we're like, oh, we want this one. And she's like, oh, because of COVID, we're only offering the $100 one.
Yeah, I was like, bro, are you
And I was
serious?
like, oh, okay. I was like, no, we're okay, thank you. Oh, that's so sad. I want to cry.
Yeah, that's sad.
It's
I
sad.
mean,
That's sad.
well, fuck the pictures anyway. Like, we're not gonna do the
Yeah,
hospital
no, we're
pictures.
not gonna do that this
Not
time.
this, not this time. No, we're not doing
And
that.
in honor of Addie missing out on her pictures, we're doing sibling pictures
We're Instagram pictures, yes.
this time because I don't know, like I feel like low key kind of like it kind of breaks my heart because I'm like, dang it, Addie didn't have like a lot of this stuff, and it's nobody's fault because I'm not. It's there's nobody like there's no blaming anybody at the end of the day.
No.
Like no, we were kids, and that's okay. Like I can't be mad at myself or be mad at him for not having more money. Like what the hell, no. So I'm just deciding to look at the positive things and make sure that Addie feels involved and loved during this time too.
No, yeah.
So we're gonna do sibling pictures. That's what I
Yeah,
want. I really
yeah.
want my
Those
girls
are gonna be nice.
to have, yeah, really pretty pictures. So that's what we're doing, sibling pictures. And that's why I think this time I'm like really like, oh, I want to do maternity pictures, I want to do these pictures, I
Yeah,
want to
all
do
stuff that
that.
we couldn't do because we couldn't afford it.
Exactly. So
I mean, yeah, like we're young, but it still broke me a little bit. I'm like, damn, bro. I never want to experience
and
that
you know
shit.
what's crazy, we could have probably texted our parents,
Yeah, but
but
it was
we
weird. I
never
think we were
liked.
both never the type to ask for
We didn't
anything.
like,
We
we didn't
never
want
asked for
to. Yeah, we
nothing.
didn't want to be a bother to anybody. So like, we just kind of like, okay,
Like we had a little bit, but whatever we had, like no one gave it to us. It was all me and you.
yeah. And what was even crazier was like when we had Addie too. Like, she needed this like super expensive formula,
Oh, was it? It was the
Inspire by Infamil,
Enfamil, the
and it was like
purple one.
it was blue.
No, it was purple.
It was
How much you want
blue.
to bet? It's purple. Wait, the one that we've been
To,
using, the one that we used, it was
for the
purple.
beginning, that was super expensive.
Oh,
The one
we
that we had to
used.
pay out of pocket because Wick didn't cover.
Oh, okay, yeah, never mind. Oh, okay.
It was blue. It was Inspire, and it was from Infamil, and it came like in a rectangular one.
Oh, I remember getting the Enfamil, but it was purple.
Yeah, that's the one that the doctor gave us. But like
Okay.
after having Addie, like she had like stomach problems, and she would like get super bloated super fast.
I don't know what
And
it is. I wouldn't.
we changed her a formula, and she did really good with Infamil Inspire, like really good. And we couldn't afford it because it was $40 for each thing.
That was
And
so
like
expensive.
that, like dude, like she would, especially when they're babies and like when they start getting older, like they just get so expensive. So we were doing it for like 2 months, and then after that I was like, we can't do this anymore, it's getting so expensive. Like we need to mix, like we need to like either mix it or we need to just do a different one. And then I remember talking to like Wick and everybody, and they were like, oh, we only offer like the purple one or the yellow one. And I was like, dang it, not the blue one.
Not the bullet.
Yeah, so we did have to change Addie, and it was sad because she had like really bad stomach
But
problems.
like, she just barely got over her stomach problems. Like literally, like 4 or 5 months ago,
Oh yeah,
if that. Like
yeah.
it is
She has
something in
super.
her.
Yeah, she has a super sensitive stomach,
Yeah.
super sensitive. And I also heard it. We took her to a specialist, And they say it just gets passed down from the mom. Because I have a really bad stomach. Like, I have to go restroom when I have to go restroom. Like, there's no holding. So, yeah, she definitely got that from me. It's called IBS, irritable bowel syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
And it just ranges differently for everybody. That was our labor and delivery story
Yeah, that
time of our
was.
first baby.
It was, yeah, it was for sure a trip, man. Like that whole experience. I feel like this time is not gonna be like crazy, like because I'm going in there experienced now. Like I'm going in
Yeah.
there as a man. Like give me my, like like give me my shit. Like give me my fucking girl's epidural. Like you're not gonna get it probably though.
I want to.
Oh,
What?
oh, I didn't know.
I want to get that shit.
I didn't know. But like like check my girl's fucking vagina, dude. Double check. Like I'm going in
Triple
there as a
check.
man.
I'm gonna check.
I'm gonna fucking check. Give me that stick.
Stick. I don't think it's her fingers.
Oh.
So, I'm just excited for this time just to feel the difference. I don't know. I feel like the first time was like such a negative experience, but yet so beautiful, but so negative and sad.
Yeah,
But
because like this time, like we don't owe anybody like a fucking thing. Like we don't get to feel guilty about what we did. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, like nobody's gonna
Like
try to like make us like feel stupid because we're so young having another
yeah,
kid.
like
Yeah, like
I'm
no
not gonna
fuck
give
you.
like
Like
two fucks. Like the fuck, like we're
uh that's true. And then also I feel like I'm just gonna like take this all in. I don't know. I'm so excited. I think I'm more excited to see like Nathaniel and Addie with the baby. Like I want to see the way that like you guys just interact. I feel like I live off that. Like I live
I
off the
wonder how
love.
she's gonna look. Cause
Oh
Addie
my
looks like me.
goodness. Okay, because his mom's a natural redhead. Like his mom is a
Uh,
natural redhead,
yeah,
and she was born with like red hair, and his grandpa is a blonde. My
yeah,
grandpa had like light brown hair with blue eyes, and also my on my grandma side of my dad's side, she has like Japanese in her. So, and then my mom's side's obviously Mexican. And it's just like crazy because like the baby can look anyway. Like me when I was a baby, I looked Japanese.
yeah. You did.
I looked really Japanese when I was a baby. Super, 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 super.
No, we'll see. We'll
And
see how this one comes out.
Addie looked a lot like her dad, like you. Addie looked a lot like him when she was born. She looked like him, but with like my like angry face.
She
She
was
had like a
funny.
grandpa face.
She's funny.
And then like now this time I'm like I don't
Cause she
know.
looks like me. Honestly, like she how looks like me like right now.
No, yeah, okay. Right now she's starting to look a little bit more like me.
She's
No, she looks like you, but she's like starting to like
she
change.
looks
Her
like
features are starting to enhance more.
yeah, but no,
Versus
I
like when she
see.
was a baby, she was like a spitting image you.
Yeah, like
Like
her.
everybody who came into the room was like, "Oh my god, he's definitely the dad." So basically, we're just excited for the baby coming soon.
Very.
Addie's very excited to be a big sister, like very excited. So you guys need to join us on this ride because it's definitely gonna be completely different from the first time, and
Yeah. Like
I'm just like, so excited. So please just make sure you're following us on all our socials. His Instagram, my Instagram, his TikTok, and my TikTok. That will all be linked right here because this man is going to be the one recording everything, guys. So he will be the one who's going to post in real time.
like I'm actually gonna be streaming the pregnancy,
He's all going to be streaming the birth. He's like,
the birth. I'm like, yo guys, I don't know how I feel.
shut up. Anyways,
Chat what I do.
so to wrap this up, we are definitely going to be talking about in our next episode, episode 4. That means we've been doing this for a month. I'm so proud of us. High
Wait, not
five.
even a month. We did it.
It's been 3 weeks. This is
So
our
it's-
third one. And the next week's going to be our fourth one. So that one's going to be our 1 month anniversary. We're going to be talking to you guys about the arguments we had while
Like after
having
post
Addie.
baby.
This is post baby where how we had Addie. How did we figure it all out?
Yeah.
When did we get to the point to where we wanted to buy a house? Me getting my first job, me dropping out of school, him going to school, going to work, and just the relationship we had was just horrendous.
Yeah, and the
It was
life.
bad.
Yeah.
But it's okay because somehow we're still here. We're still managing and we're working and we're better than ever.
We're better than ever. We're thriving. We're trying to at least. That's how we
Yes.
got here by trying. So
And loving each other.
yes.
Don't forget that we do upload podcasts like these about about our lives every Friday at 7 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time, because we are from California. And we also upload Teen Parents Talk. This is where we give you guys our advice on your situations and our opinions. And that uploads every Wednesday at 7 p.m. PST. And we will also be throwing in our random little vlogs and our fun videos throughout the week. We're hoping to have that uploaded every Sunday.
Yeah, like we don't want to like create different channels. Like, oh, subscribe to this channel for the podcast. I mean, it will be more organized. But I
No, I think I
mean,
could do playlists so they
yeah,
could
but
see like the playlist and
yeah,
organize it. But no, we're gonna keep it one channel for
we'll
now.
just keep it one channel. I mean, if you guys fuck with us, yeah, show up. Just show
Yeah,
up.
just let us know you're here. Hi.
Yeah, let us know.
Thank you guys for watching. We hope you guys have an amazing night. And don't forget to comment.
Like, subscribe, share, whatever you feel like doing.
Yeah. And message us on Instagram, your guys' story time, so we can talk about him. So have a good night. Bye,
Good
guys.
night.